Yep. It's going to be a very interesting match. Arbed Wind Ranger.
That's a treat. It's
I haven't
it's
seen
been
it
a
yet.
while as well. Yeah, it's been a while. Like I don't think we've seen it here. I think we've mainly seen him on the Storm, Invoker, and the Snapfire, mainly in these groups. But Wind Ranger, whew. I mean,
And,
we've seen Mikado do work with it, right?
and
Abed must be.
FBZ Bounty as well, John.
Oh,
So
offlane.
offlane Bounty.
I love
Wow.
it's that's pretty old school as well. But you trade hits with Savage, you trade hits with the supports to build up your farm. You only want to hit level 6, and then once you've got 6, with a Wraith King, you're just gonna be running at them. It's a really fast pace for Boom. Love seeing them go for this playstyle. It's very what's the word for it? It's very suiting of their lineup. This is the kind of games you expect from Boom Esports. This is exactly why you say you know what's cooking, because this is it. This
They've
is
been
what's
cooking,
cooking, Mike.
John. They've been cooking. They've been up to something. This is the new Boom Esports recipe. Dreamersoul and FBZ on the Bounty and the Wraith King. Can they make it work, though? The Makoto Batrider also there in the mid lane up against Arbed, but I don't know how much Arbed's going to care on the Wind Ranger. So he can just wind run away if there are too many sticky napalm stacks.
Yep.
So
it's a back and forth laying down in mid. I think that's one for. I don't know if there's too much pressure in Mikado there though. Like I think it comes down to almost like a farming lane. What Mikado needs to do is to keep his camp safe. I think that's something the Wind Ranger can contest and can kind of disrupt when you're trying to stack, when you're trying to pull. So you just want to keep those camps safe to get that steady farm. That's basically it. I think level 3 you have a good spike. You have to make a choice between Flame Break and Firefly. Honestly, I think when you're laying against Wind Ranger, you do go for priority on Flame Break just to shove her down, get some good steady DOT on without worrying about having to run yourself down too far. And I mean, the teams are at it, Mike. Good moods all around.
Oh, Arrow, it landed on the Tiny. They've got a good start going here. They're going to run into each other, hide. He'll try and run away. The side of Boom, however, they're going to take the team fight onto Whitemon. He's falling low, but here comes Savage from the behind, but it's too late. The first blood is out for Kescute. They'll try to chase down FBZ. He does Fairy Fire up, but Savage still in the chase, and the power shot is out from Arbed. He does get the kill, but can they find more? Another nice arrow out, catching the Disruptor. Kescute, he's going to make a run though as Savage. He's getting low to that Thunderstrike damage. He'll be alright. Another power shot out onto Dreamersoul. Both teams. God, I'm so excited for this match, John.
Oh yeah, and they're hungry, Mike. Everyone's hungry. It's about merienda time, so they've got to satiate that hunger with each other's blood, unfortunately. And man, what a great exchange. 1-for-1 now. Gonna see how that splits up these lanes. Of course, up top, you're gonna have Cuckoo on that LC. It looks like Among Us might hold out for a trial lane early on, so they're gonna leave him alone. Cuckoo will be up against Dreamocell on the Wraith King. And again, it looks like, yeah, Kescute should work his way back top, so gonna be the solo LC for a while. The Wraith King should pull ahead there. You've got some good stuns, you've got some good damage with a Disruptor as well. I think Cuckoo's got his work cut out for him. He can just play with the overwhelming odds to get his farm up, but you don't necessarily want to trade evenly and farm up against Wraith King. You do want to slow that pace down here.
See what Cuckoo can get done. Of course, that mid lane matchup is going to be Makoto versus Arbed, but hold that thought because FBZ is going to go down once again, this time to Jabs. And Jabs, he was running a bit of a tri lane to start, but he'll TP up towards the top lane now, while Whitemon does chase down Hyde on the Tiny. But as I was saying, John, mid lane, Arbed and Makoto added up against each other. So far, both of them fairly even. Arbed pulling ahead by one last hit. Makoto just trying to make sure he doesn't cop too much harass from this power shot.
Yeah, he's doing a fine job spacing himself, but Abed's not under any heavy threat. He gets some hits, it's fine. He's got a magic wand for burst heal. Mikado is at the level 2 mark, so the beauty of the Batrider is that slipping into the camps. Of course, once you hit level 3, level 4, you can clear these camps yourself, start to build up that way, but that's going to have to be Mikado's main emphasis, as laning against Wind Ranger is never an easy time.
Bot lane FBZ. Bit of a tough lane for FBZ on this Bounty Hunter in this off lane. It's hard to see him being able to get much farm going here.
No.
It's 23 Savage. He's going to have a very good time. Every time FBZ does get close, you know, you risk the chance of getting bashed by Savage. We've seen how much damage that can deal. It really does hurt. And again, with Whitemon there on the Enchantress, it's just such an impossible lane to try and pressure Savage. So every time you are going to come close, Whitemon will just be able to harass you back out. The likelihood is you will not be able to trade evenly.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of the Enchantress. It's just so domineering in that lane. Like Hyde, he's stuck at level 1. He's trying to give FBZ space to just get EXP, but he's not really zoning anyone out. So it's been slow going, and even FBZ just forced to use that Janata to that Shuriken toss to secure the range creep now. They're not getting too much value from the Janatas, at least in terms of sap and gold, although toss back.
Toss back out, Whitemon getting low, and they will get him, FBZ. Shuriken toss is going to be enough. Even at level 1, just a lot of damage to come out. It's going to be a nice pick up there for Boom Esports, and that's going to even out the kill score 2-2.
Yeah, it's an important kill for that off lane. You do want to build up on that bounty. Levels are important. You need that 6 spike. When you hit 6 and then Hyde's at, say, 4 or 5, those potential track kills will start flying in. So that's something, you know, you have to really maximize for Boom. And it's something Among Us has to be pretty aware of and ready to counteract, or at least ready to stave off, because that is the basic execution of Boom's strat. They just want to snowball with the track kills.
It is very simple. I was going to say, Cuckoo is having a really good time up that top lane right now with that LC. 20 last hits, 11 denies on top of the CS board. Dreamer's Soul is half of that at 10 last hits. I mean, he's just getting demolished right now, but mid lane, Arbed able to pick up a kill there. Jabs was also around to help out. They do end up getting the mid bat rider, so Makoto is going to go down.
Yeah, it's another great start for Abed. You don't really want this run of bat. The good thing here for Mikado is, again, the jungle is so good for him, although
Eats a Fairy Fire, he's very low. One more hit would do it, and FBZ is going to be able to get it. I was about to say that death on the Batrider is pretty darn good for Among Us, but losing your Void like that is definitely not great news for him. Maybe they can pick off Hyde, but no, Whitemon won't be able to finish it off. He'll just take over the lane until Savage is back.
Yeah, it's not quite the trade, but good opening from Boom to really find that one, and even up top, more aggression as well.
And Jab's going to make the jump here onto Kezcute and has some control there, but the kinetic field going to hold him in still. He does connect with the arrow, and Cuckoo is able to get the kill with the overwhelming odds, and Dreamer's Cell, all he can do is TP back up towards that top tier 1 tower, but his farm will continue to struggle at this rate. And he might have to make an early visit into the jungle.
Oh, Abed.
Mid lane, Makoto in danger. Arbed with the focus fire getting another kill for himself, and it's the third one of the game already for this mid-wind ranger. Yeah. It's getting concerning now.
It definitely is. Abed's just finding a little bit too much down mid. He's going to be able to set the tempo with a fast javelin. We know how much damage a wind ranger does once that first pickup is there, and he's already off to a good start. Mikado, he's going to have to play recovery in the jungle. Stacks have to be built up here by Kezcute to ensure that some recovery farm can start to flow in. You don't want your bat too far behind. You will need the Blink Lasso in play to really start to set up some kill opportunities, because your Tiny is not going to have a fast blink. So it's down to the bat to get that timing off.
Oh, mid lane, Makoto's going to be in trouble again. He's trying to go after a power rune. He's got an arrowed up, and Arbed is going to land the shackles as well with the power shot. Makoto is trying to run, but they have the damage out. What kind of shackle is that, John? I didn't see the angle.
It's a very small one, but you know how it is. You got to play on the edge when you pick the Wind Ranger, and Abed's having fantastic time playing on that fine line. 6-3 now Among Us. A 2k lead going their way. Top of last hits.
Oh, what an arrow! Jabs! I'm not sure if you predicted that on purpose, but that is impressive.
Oh yeah. it's just going their way. 3K lead off the back of that one. Boom, you would be okay if you were finding last hits here, but you're not. All of your cores are behind by at least 7 last hits in duel up top.
Yeah, he's been jeweled up with an arrow follow-up. They're not going to get the jewel damage, but they'll get the kill, and that's much more important anyway. Oh, it's turning into one of those games, John. 8-3, 3K net worth lead, and boom. With this draft, they have plenty of comeback potential because you do have the Bounty Hunter track later on. But you don't want to leave it to that point. So they're going to group up mid. They're going to try and go after Arbed with the Avalanche toss. And now Kesku with the kinetic field. But Arbed, he's going to wind run with the shackles out. Another arrow flying in, but it will be juked out. And it looks like they will finally be able to get this Wind Ranger.
Yeah, it's a lot of heroes to rotate in, but it's a worthwhile kill. An important one for Boom to secure. Mikado gets the last hit in as well. And he holds on to the lasso. So they've still got a lasso to play with. They've managed to at least take some wind out of the sails of Abed. But you can see Among Us, they're using this time well. Savage gets the shove up top. Tier 1, not looking very healthy for Boom up there. They are not really close to even shoving this Tier 1 bot. They do have Dreamcell around. He does have 2 skeleton charges, not much. But they're going to have to look for a trade because they already dropped that top Tier 1.
Yeah, 23 Savage taking an easy Tier 1 tower. They are going to look for the trade down to that bot lane here for Boom Esports. But there is going to be a defense out. Cuckoo is going to rotate down as the LC, and this makes it very, very tough for Boom now, because the LC is not easy to get through, and Cuckoo can easily just defend this bot tower. He knows Dreamer Soul's there farming on the Wraith King. Dreamer Soul's got no farm to really speak of on the Wraith King, sitting at 2.3k net worth. There's just no way they can fight back right now. They need to buy time for this Wraith King.
Yeah, they've got to wait for those spikes on their core. They're probably going to need that blink up as well in Mikado, although he does have his stacks, so there's a massive amount of gold going Mikado's way. Very important for a Bat Rider. I believe he's probably going to go for the travels first, though, to at least buy that space up in the map, but he's getting to it. You're not seeing the punishment out from Among Us. They're just happy to sit back and farm as well. Not even any forward wards as well to watch this, so really good opening for Boom to build up, but you have Jabs checking now.
Jabs will have a crack at this. See, Gigim's back, and Kesku does glimpse him, but it's a bit off target still. They might have the lasso, and they do. Makoto will take it, and that is your first track kill of the game. Makoto, perfect timing for him. He'll use the Firefly to farm up the stacks once again.
Yeah, it's a good in and out there. Just a bit off point for Jabs, but nice, decent punishment from Boom. And FBZ, with that track, you know, he's going to be looking for even more of those opportunities on squishier supports. Is working towards the drum. Once that's up, it's going to be easier to start that running down. And looks like they still need to take a Tier 1 tower, though, because you see how protected this bot Tier 1 is, that bot jungle is with the Tier 1 still standing. They need to clear some space out here, but it looks like at some point they're going to be ready. Farm exchange is still going well. Again, Boom is so efficient with these stacks. Just so many going away from Kato.
Mid lane, Shackle's not going to connect. Arbet does have that ironwood tree now, so he can shackle with his own trees, which is always a very, very balanced kind of maneuver to have. Mind you, it does take a hell of a lot of skill to pull off. It's not
FBZ.
Not really that easy, but FBZ bot lane gonna get jeweled up. He'll try and survive, but he cannot. They do have the damage output. And the rest of Among Us into the dire jungle.
Yeah, they're not quite ready to be aggressive. They have been sitting on Savage's first chrono for a while. Does have the mom.
Savage.
Don't think Dream Assault's a target though.
No. He hasn't got the reincarnation, mind you, but of course Savage doesn't know that. Kescute gonna come in now with Makoto. Savage just commits the chrono, trying to go for an easy pick off, and the arrow will get the job done. But Savage has to find a way out of this. He can just time walk his Arbed. Now gonna come in with the focus fire. He has the javelin up. He's got the damage up for Makoto. He needs the lasso. He might actually get Arbed here. Arbed falling low, but no, he uses the wand charges. He will survive, and now it's back on a Dreamer Cell. Well, they do get a shackles off. Cuckoo's coming in. He won't even duel him. He'll wait for the first life to be over, go for the second, now use the jewel, but Cuckoo is falling a bit low in terms of HP. The toss will come out, Hyde will get the kill, but they are going to lose Dreamer Cell in response. Can they at least get Arbed? Yes, they can. FBZ hits him with the Janata, but now Savage going after Hyde. Can't reach him, so we'll go on to FBZ, but he's a bit too low, I think, to fight this one out any further, and he's going to back off. But that team fight did seem better for the side of Boom Esports.
Yeah, I'd say overall, even in terms of the heroes who traded out, but much more important for Boom. So they slide that lead down to just 2 to 3k now for Among Us. Really good movements coming out. FBZ grabbing those kills are also big. So they are finding a couple of track kills. Again, really important for this lineup of Boom. They're still getting that steady farm up with Mikado. The real hurting point is Dreamocell. He's the one being hunted down. His net worth's taking a hit. The Raid King is bottom among all the cores. Not where you want to be. Gonna need to farm a lot faster, especially since he's going for the Radiance build-up. You want that at the 20-minute mark, and there's a smoke here from Among Us.
Big smoke coming out down towards that bot lane where they know where Dreamocell is. Shackles gonna latch onto the tree behind. Now the Static Storm being dropped. It's not gonna help. They win the duel, and Cuckoo just keeps rushing onto them. Arbed now trying to juke them out, but does get ambulanched. Maybe they can get the trade, but they don't get the toss off to Arbed. Still, FBZ with the Janata strike does pick him off. Now rushing with those track kills. They want to go for a bit more. They still have a lasso, and they'll be able to pick up Jabs. He has no more leap charges, and Jabs is going to die. And Boom Esports, 2 track kills going the way of their team. And as you can see, John, it's a lot of gold.
It really is. 1,000 from that kind of exchange. You're still not happy about dropping Dreamocell, and it really is hurting their initial spike here with the Raid King being so delayed. You need to just have him sit in the lane, have him farm safely. You can see Among Us is getting that done for Savage, so that's what you want to do here as well for the Raid King. You still stave off this push though. Like, Boom is now unable to go for the tier 1, and with a Chrono backup, they might want to look for openings, but they do have the Blink and Cuckoo as well. They could choose to reveal that here.
Boom, gonna start rotating mid lane. Might try to get some pressure on that mid tier 1 tower, FBZ. We'll have a look around, see who's here. Jabs and Cuckoo just waiting for someone to show up mid. As Cuckoo does have the blink and is ready to initiate. But nobody is going to be there from Boom. They wisely back off, back down towards the bot lane, it seems, where Hyde is. FBZ will slowly start making his way down to that bot lane where they might spot out Whitemon. Back now they have. The Moonlight Shadow is going to be popped, but they got the track in time, which is going to give the vision. Glimpse back into the kinetic field. No. Not going to be on target at mid lane. There's a duel coming out. It's Dreamocell again.
Oh boy.
They just keep catching him. And they want to keep going. Kezcute, he's going to be there with the Static Storm, but he may get caught out by Cuckoo. Savage is looking for a Chrono attempt, but can he find one? He may not need it as Arbed lands another Shackles, gets the Disruptor, and Savage is still having a look for the Chrono, but won't be able to get one.
Why is there an Obs ward dropped as well?
Where?
It's picked up by... Yeah, that's right. Oh, okay. It was Obs. For some reason, Avid dropped some wards in the middle of the camp still. They are about to hit the blink timings here.
Mikado, he'll get chronoed up by Savage, and of course Hyde has been shackled up. They'll go after the Tiny now. Arbed, he'll get tossed back for a bit, but it's not going to matter. Hyde is just getting swarmed by the side of Among Us. And you know, John, it's never really good news when you've got a bounty hunter in your team and you're behind by 4k.
No. It's not a good sign. Boom. You know, I want to point out something as well. You remember when Dreamocell died in that camp? His resurrection was 1 second off. He died 3 times in the span of his last resurrection. That is really not what you want from that hero, but Boom, they're just being forced to play this pace that they're not ready to match. The Roshan dropping low as well.
They know FBZ's there, and they'll dust him up, and FBZ, he's going to keep the tracks up. He just wants vision. His whole team is now up and ready to go. They have Reincarnate if they want to commit, but Dreamocell is just busy trying to farm up that Radiance down the bot lane. The rest of Boom, they're going to bide the time at this Roshan pit to allow Dreamocell to get that Radiance and get that T1 bot tower pushed in. Unless the side of Among Us start to rotate again. Dreamocell's going to take the chance. Looks like he should be alright.
Yeah, it's a pretty good move from Boom to have stalled out the Roche though. So it's sitting there in an awkward spot, fairly low in HP. They managed to get the tier 1 bot now as well. So they've opened up a little bit of the map. But I think Among Us, they should just go finish this up. It's a bit late now though, because you've got the TPs in and Boom should be aware.
Smoke up. Among Us. Move in to the side of Boom. Into the jungle. Abed looking for a nice shackle initiation with that new MKB he's got. Makoto, oh, it'd be a perfect target if they got Makoto. The smoke is broken. They know he's in there, but Makoto gonna blink away in time. However, Jabs gets started on Kezcute. Just trying to get a solo kill off, but now he's gonna be tracked up and avalanched. Toss in, Jabs somehow still alive. Gonna try and run for it, but FBZ does eventually kill him off. But now you've got the duel out from Kuku and Savage. He's gonna get onto Hyde, get the glimpse back from the Disruptor, that is, but Hyde is still gonna die. And I think it's back to the Roshan now, if you are Among Us.
Yeah, that breaks up the initiation for Boom. I mean, they've still got this blink ready to go on Mikado. So they could try to make a sneaky play on the Roche, try to steal it back. But without the Bounty Hunter to maintain safe vision, without the time to get you the tosses, it's a hard team fight to follow up here for Boom. Mikado?
Oh, Makoto. Abed's on his 8th kill now. We're 18 minutes in, John.
He's got that MKB. Rips right through these heroes if you don't have the durability. And they don't. It's still way too early for that. So there's that first Aegis for Among Us. Savage with 2 lives. They've got the Chrono ready to go. They might be able to find something big here.
Abed just
Abed?
practicing. Just practicing that shackles. I wonder if he just keeps the Ironwood tree the whole time, just to try and get those shackles off in the middle of a team fight. I mean, you may as well.
Yeah, it's such good control, although Savage.
He's gonna get stunned up, but he's got the Chrono, he's got the Aegis, he's more than happy for them to try, and now Chaps lands another arrow, straight on the Tiny, leaps out of the Static Storm as well. They'll glimpse him back in, but he doesn't care about that. Savage now still going. Meanwhile, Dreamersaur's trying to farm the Ancient stack. He's just trying to farm while his team's dying. That's how desperate things have gotten for Boom Esports. But Among Us, they're just killing them. They just don't care.
Oh, man. We haven't seen Boom in this kind of situation in a long time, but they are pressed against a wall now. You know, they're not quite in line with Dreamosol. He's still saving up for the Radiance recipe. We're about to hit the 20-minute mark. So the timer, if that one is not amazing, you will get more presence from your Raid King once that's up. It needs to be up fast. And you need more on top. I think you want that. You want to maximize these blinks you've got. We haven't seen big plays with Mikado or Hyde. They need to really make use of this gap close that they have. Try to punish Among Us. They have been playing aggressive. They do split up sometimes. They're just not finding the opportunities, the heroes to jump.
Mid lane. Coming in again. Savage, he has the MKB up now. So he's got a lot of damage on that Void, but there's your Radiance. It is pretty late though, and they're not going to care because they have 2 MKBs. But they have found Kezcute with an arrow out from Jabs. And it looks like they've spotted out Makoto. On the Batrider, Savage going to commit the Chrono for this, but no, nice blink away from Makoto.
Yeah, it opens up the tier 2 push though, so the objectives are going to fall here if Boom Esports aren't ready, and it looks like they aren't. They're just going to have to give these. They're going to try to shove the top lane, at least with FBZ, but it's not going to be fast enough. They're running out of real estate across the map. It's going to make it problematic to play this catch-up game that they've been trying to maintain. And, you know, Savage, he still has that Aegis. It still has 3 minutes on it, 2 minutes on it, so it goes straight into the tier 3s.
Oh, Rod of Atos into the arrow, into the power shot, and Savage just going to walk in and finish him off. Bit of a backstep there, but he got it eventually. Tier 3 tower is not going to last very long. They take it out. No. Into the racks. Even the Wildling Ripper just going to tornado up in the backlines. Just be annoying, cancel off the blinks of the side of Boom, and now the Rod of Atos into another arrow. FBZ's gone. Do I dare check what Dota Plus is saying, John?
Yep.
Hide,
I'll check.
toss back. It's a nice toss. Savage might die and does. That'll be the Aegis. Hide, gets arrowed up. Power shot, gonna kill him off. Now the Static Storm into the lasso, but the lasso just does not land. He gets purged off into the arrow, into the jewel. There goes Makoto. Dreamer Soul's getting very low and will also die. And Savage is not backing off. He commits the chrono now onto the Raid King, and that'll be another. In fact, why not just get Kescute as well? Alright, what's Dota Plus thinking? 97%. Not too bad.
Not too bad. I think that's a good point for Among Us to be at. Boom. Well, they're going to lose one set of racks. They do hold on to the other two as tier 2s are still up. But you've got this one lane constantly shoving in now. You are 12k behind, which is pretty bad, but it's not completely unplayable. Again, they've got these blinks up on the Batrider, on the Tiny. They've got ways to play catch up. They need to rack in more track kills. FBZ needs level 12 as well to get level 2 track. Level 1's not going to cut it. So they need to get some EXP gain, but Among Us, they just refresh, they moonlight, and they're going to go hunting.
Lane, Jewel, out, Makoto. It's just child's play at this point for Among Us. It's a pub game now.
Yep, they're pretty much stomping. Boom. I mean, they're still trying to play catch up. They're still trying to get some farm. I think it's down to initiation. You just have to figure out who you want to lasso, who you want to toss back. You have to ensure Cuckoo's not around because that press the attack is just ruining every lasso play they get out. I think if you can manage that, maybe you find the track kills to rack up. But it's looking dicey. 24 minutes up, 13k, 30 to 11 might pass. They've got to play this one perfectly, Boom, if they want to turn it around.
They do. Dreamer Soul's trying to work towards an MKB now. No, Silver Edge, in fact. It's going to be a bit of time till he does have the Silver Edge up, but I guess he can keep farming as the team will group up and try to go. Never give up, never give in. BKB up on our bed though. It's going to be tough to go into. 10-second charge. Boom. Gonna spot out the side of Among Us, but it is a matter of how do you initiate. They'll see Whitemon, but he's just gonna walk out of the kinetic field, and now Arbed will power shot for vision. They'll spot out Kescute, but Kescute is gonna be able to run away, and now Savage. He's got the chrono back up in 7 seconds. Coming for the bounty. That's they're probably gonna go high ground again soon, John. Just judging by how well this game's going for in fact, probably now, as Dreamer Soul has been caught in that rod of Atos, but the skeletons are gonna save his life. They do block the arrow from jabs.
Yeah, it's a nice little thing to happen there for Boom. But you're still staying at the high ground. Slowly can be sieged away. They do get some nice courier snipes. FBZ along with Hyde playing in the back. Probably going to try to go for wave clear to intercept. But again, there's so much damage here from Among Us that they could probably rip through it with just this creep wave.
Oh, Shackles, oh, it's up from Arbed onto the Ironwood tree. He gets it. Rod of Atos is there with the arrow follow-up. They've got the Bounty Hunter. That'll be FBZ gone. Tier 3 tower, not going to last very long at this rate either. Watch out for that arrow. He's just having a look. Yeah, he's going to get the Rod of Atos again into Makoto, and now, well, they at least get the lasso off on Savage. They might be able to get him in time. Savage is very, very low, but he will time walk away, and now the jewel's there from Cuckoo, holding back Dreamer Soul, making sure he can't chase the Void. He does have a Shadow Blade up now, but it's not going to help. They've called it. They've had enough of this game, number 1. 26 minutes in, Savage will just chrono everyone. I think we found the imposter, John. We found the imposter.
I think so. That was pretty sus. Still,